Welcome, Leo, to your June 8th to June 14th forecast. And your most influential transit this week is going to be this lunar occultation of Antares, which basically means that the moon is going to reach its furthest point from the sun. And that's going to happen on June 10th. And it's going to highlight your personal growth and self-development. So this event may bring sudden hidden aspects of yourself to light, and you're being guided to embrace self-discovery and transformation. So we have the 8 of Wands coming through here. So you may receive some particular communication. Also, you're being guided to really focus in on just a couple areas here. So you might have a lot of areas where you want to grow and change and develop, but it's going to be most beneficial to you if you focus on just a couple things here. And I'm also hearing like taking small steps towards your goals as well. So if you feel like you've been struggling a little bit, you feel like you're trying things and it's not quite working out for you, or it's not happening fast enough, you're absolutely being guided to how do we say, like break it down into smaller components here, the goals that you do have. So that may help you to take more inspired action by taking like smaller steps towards your goals. In addition, like celebrate those small milestones. So make a goal, break it down into smaller components that's manageable and that you can celebrate after you achieve those milestones. Okay, so we also have the Judgment card here. So this is you like definitely working through some lessons that you've designed for yourself to learn here. And we have the King of Pentacles here as well. So you needing to call on your strength and your courage and your bravery to persevere. Okay, so you may have some goals as it relates to health and wellness, or to your financial foundation and building your financial wealth here. So whatever you're applying this to, this is really calling on you to stand in your power to achieve and accomplish your goals. We have the 6 of Cups here as well. So there may be some soul family that can support you at this time. So there could be like a coach or a mentor, or a family member, or just anyone that you really connect with on a deeper level and you trust. You're being guided to run things by them, to talk about things with them. And of course, this would only be individuals that you trust, and only share what you're open and comfortable with sharing. But there definitely could be some support here for you. We also have you checking in with your inner child as well. So there, you can do that through inner child meditations or journaling, whatever practice you do have to allow you to connect with your inner child, to see how they're doing, to make sure they're okay. They may need protected. They may need to come out and play. They may need just to reassurance that they're secure and they're safe and you got them. Whatever it is, connect. This is also about hidden gifts and talents here. So as you're working on things and improving yourself and growing and expanding, you have gifts and talents here. So you can absolutely do this and you can accomplish your goals. But then there's also other skills and abilities that you do have that may come to the surface that you may focus on, or you can utilize those abilities to help you accomplish the goals that you currently have. Okay. So we also have the 10 of Pentacles here. So that's wonderful. So we do have the opportunity for success here. I feel like you're very excited about this. You're enthusiastic about it. You want to move forward. You want to see the change. You want to see the growth and expansion happen. And this is also calling on you to understand that this is a journey, and it's about the journey and not the destination. And along the journey, along your path, you're going to encounter contrast. You're going to encounter challenges. And it's really about how you act in those moments that are going to help you to reach the pinnacle, to get to your 10 of Pentacles. Okay? So this is that fulfillment, that joy, that bliss after you've been through the challenges and you've persevered through all of that. Okay, so let's get an oracle here. We have frustration. Yeah, that's very clear. That's very clear. Okay, so we do know that. Let's look at challenges here because that's coming out immediately here. So yeah, change, transformation here happening. So things need to be let go of to allow blessings to come through to you, is what I'm hearing. Okay, Leo, so there's really no way to get around that. You're going to have to take those steps and allow that transformation and change to happen because it's going to happen anyway. So you can go through it with your head held high, with knowing that you can handle anything that comes your way, with trusting in yourself and trusting in your connection with Source. Or you can go into it haphazardly, all over the place, unorganized, unsure of yourself, with low confidence. And like the world is happening to you as opposed to you co-creating your reality with the universe. So it's up to you how you want to address it and how you want to encounter this change that's happening regardless. We also have the Knight of Swords here as well. So I feel like this is also a message to you about choosing your attitude. And we spoke a little bit about that, but I feel like it's coming up here again as far as like, who are you? How are you encountering this change? It is time for you to step into that energy of strength, of power. And some of you are already there, I'm hearing. But for those of you who aren't quite sure, who feel like this might be a challenge for you, it may come up. So also taking a bold approach and a bold strategy, something that you may not have done before. So you may decide, just for instance, if you really want to focus on getting healthier, you may decide like, no matter what, I'm going to drink 4 liters of water this week. I'm going to have 4 days where I'm drinking at least 1 liter of water or 1.5 liters of water. So you may decide to sort of take that bold approach because you may only drink like 8 ounces of water a day here. So you may like create some bold goals for yourself, and that's okay. And just have patience with yourself here as a part of this process. So if that's something that you feel like is achievable and attainable, only you know that. But if you feel like yeah, that's something I want to do and you're working towards that, you can at any point, if you feel it's appropriate, adjust that and say like, whoa, this is way too much. I'm getting sick trying to intake all this water at one time. I'm not used to this. So you may want to take it down to, 32 ounces or, 3/4 of a liter. Whatever works for you, but keep working towards your goals. And again, refine things along the way, along your path, to make it easier for you so that you are taking inspired action and it's not turning into like something you're trying to force yourself to do or work, essentially. Keep it at inspired action where you feel passionate about doing it, you feel excited about doing it, you want to do it. Okay? We also have the Knight of Pentacles here. Okay, so also you may be guided to just have a little bit of patience with yourself here. Okay, so that is going to come up as a challenge for you, but the same empathy, the grace, the understanding, the emotional intelligence that you give to others, give that to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Speak kind words to yourself. Don't come down hard on yourself if you realize like, okay, I can't do 1 liter of water a day. I can only do, excuse me, the 32 ounces. Don't come down hard on yourself for that. Accomplish that goal, because the more water you drink, the more you're going to crave it, the more you're going to want it. And before you know it, you'll be drinking 2 liters, 3 liters of water a day. You know what I'm saying? So be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. And there may also be, that may lead into this area where you don't want to celebrate, where you don't feel like you're accomplishing your goals and you're making any progress. So it's really about the way that you're framing these situations and circumstances and scenarios. Okay, so I just gave that example here of if you decide like I'm going to do 1 liter, but you can't do that, but you are able to accomplish drinking 32 ounces, like that is a revised goal that you accomplished, and you should be proud of that, and you should be happy about that, and that should bring you joy and contentment. And then you know what? Next week, maybe you can go back up to the liter. Okay? So definitely take those moments and celebrate your successes here. Okay, what else? So we have the healing needs to be completed before your life can transform. And so that, I don't subscribe to this, because I feel like this is a part of your journey here. And it's not like a place where you're like, oh, I'm healed, and then you just like never need to do any work as you move forward. No, this is about you recognizing and healing yourself and ensuring that you're whole and complete along your journey, because you are going to have experiences that are going to make you feel like you're not as healed. And so again, be kind to yourself, be compassionate with yourself, be understanding with yourself, forgive yourself, and allow yourself to move on. So that needs to be done as a part of this process throughout the journey, not to have your life transformed. That needs to be a practice that you're doing every day. So I'll have to look at this card and see if I want to keep it in the deck. But yeah, that's actually what this card is meaning, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so let's move to underlying fears. Okay. So not necessarily that this is an underlying fear, but this is about you like not doing the things that you need to do to achieve your goals and to make yourself feel better. So to me, this is more of an emotional aspect of things, and you getting in those self-care practices that are going to help you along the way, along your journey. So don't skip over those practices. You must take time to allow yourself to heal, to allow yourself to replenish yourself, body, mind, and soul, to allow yourself to evaluate and gain introspection on the different things that are happening and the lessons that you're taking from them. That's all a part of this reflective process. So you must allow those times for yourself here, and don't get and feel like you are not at the level that others are at, because you shouldn't be comparing yourself to others, is what I'm hearing, and a message that someone needs to hear. But you know, this is time for you like not to be judging yourself and not to be coming down on yourself, but to just continue the process. And don't be afraid of if you don't make as much progress as you want it to. Just keep going and keep replenishing your cup and giving yourself that energy to help you have the strength to persevere. So we have justice here as well. So you feeling like maybe things aren't going to work out for your highest good, and that will never happen. Everything is always happening for your highest good. And if it's something that you don't align with, or you don't want to happen or want to experience, there's a lesson in it. That means it's designed to teach you something, and everything you do is teaching you something, but particularly those experiences where you're like, oh, this definitely isn't me, I don't want this, that is designed to show you that you don't want that, to show you who you are. You're not that person anymore, or you are not those thoughts, and to show you how powerful and strong you are, and that you have the ability to change your destiny and change outcomes. And it all starts with you understanding what's going on, understanding the lessons that you're to be learning, and extracting those lessons out, and using that lesson and those lessons as data information as inputs into your decision-making process as you move forward. Okay, what else? So we have the Hierophant here. So there may be some particular like organizational structures or systems that you're becoming unaligned with, that really aren't who you are anymore. They don't represent you. There may also be a different path of knowledge and wisdom that is for you. And there's blessings along that path. So you're being guided to really choose what is for you, what is right to you, and what you identify as the truth. And align with that and flow with that. And regardless of what that is, because that may not be what the mainstream world aligns with. It may be something different for you, and that's okay. As long as it's good for you and it makes sense to you, then that's okay. So what else? Let's look at potential outcomes here. So we have the Queen of Wands. With you getting back to your creative, enthusiastic self, you feeling comfortable in your skin, you feeling more self-aware, you taking that information that you received here as a result of like, who am I? What do I want? Where am I at in my journey? And you processing that information and deciding like what your next steps are. What is this new chapter going to look like? Because you can start a new chapter at any time. At any time you can start a new chapter. And this is you having the capability, the strength, the courageousness, the bravery to say like, yeah, I'm starting a new chapter. This is who I am now. And you letting go of what's not serving you. So letting go of these traditions, the systems, values, individuals, organizations that are no longer aligned with you and no longer serve you. Okay? You've been trying to make it work. All of these are tries. You've been trying to make it work. And it's really not provided to you what you are desiring and wanting. That's why she's like, yeah, it's time to let that go and move forward and do something different. We also have the Nine of Pentacles here. All right, so this is you identifying that you do want a different lifestyle. You do want to be and feel complete body, mind, and soul, and you working towards that. So this may be whatever you're applying this to, does not matter. This could be towards your working environment and you deciding like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to be positive. I'm going to be this type of energy. I'm going to be this type of leader. You may be deciding that for your working environment. You may be deciding that in your home and family environment. You may be deciding that for your partner, as far as like what the new stones that you want to turn over or the new chapter that you want to begin. Whatever this is, you definitely have opportunity for success. You deciding that, okay, this old version of me no longer exists. I am this new version of me. I am one that's emotionally competent, mature. I'm able to handle what comes my way. I have the strength and bravery to persevere through any challenges and contrast that comes up. I'm going to collaborate with others. I'm going to create win-win solutions. Yeah, this is you deciding who you are now at this time. And give me one more here. There we go. There's that transformation and change here. It's right here. Right here. So you can be anything that you desire to be, anything that you want to be. Like this rose is the new you. So you tell the universe what that is and what that looks like. Okay? Okay. So we have seashell divination and the wisdom of shells. So that may have some spiritual significance for some of you if you are into this. Let me get one more here. We have rebirth. Wonderful. Because that is that confirmation that you do have new chapters opening. You're reinventing yourself. That's what we just said. So I love it when it comes out with that confirmation because that's what we just talked about. You creating a new reality, giving new life to your dreams, redefining your dreams and goals, refining them, providing that to the universe, and then being that energy, being that person that you provided to the universe that you want to see and experience. Okay? We also have Oris here. With your thoughts being magnetic and powerful and miraculous changes are occurring. I love this. This is what we just said. This is everything that we're talking about here. So it's coming out as confirmation for you. That is so wonderful. Okay, Leo? So those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great week.